Hey y'all, what's up, what's up? Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. What's going on? When I say I'm tired, I'm freaking tired, for real. Really tired. But yeah, this is gonna be a relaxing live, a chill live, talk about a little bit of anything and everything, just chopping it up. Not a specific topic. Just talk about anything. That's all. That's why I said an open panel. Anybody can come up. I do want to give a shout out to a new subscriber. Her name is Justine Kellum. Thank you, Justine, wherever you are, for being a new subscriber. So I just wanted to basically start off from the way that it used to be. Growing up, outside was cool to be outside. You could play, rip and run up and down the street, climb on trees, fences. You know, used to play hopscotch, jump rope. I used to play a little bit of everything: basketball, football, whatever. I was more like a tomboyish girl. So yeah, most of the older guys they would play like it was this thing called Skelly. I don't really knew how it went because they was more older than me, but I seen a lot of the older guys play like Skelly and stuff like that on the blacktop. But yeah, other than that, kids used to play skate. Remember frisbees? You know, you don't see too much of that no more. Maybe the kids probably be on the basketball court, kicking the bobo, playing basketball and whatever. What have you. But other than that, oh yeah, remember Jack? Used to play the Jack and stuff. But again, a lot of these children that's growing up these days don't know too much about those things. Um, it's like they don't even exist no more. They still have them around, but it's like some of those games that we used to play. These kids don't play that stuff no more. Everybody just playing on their phone, on the internet, social media, TikTok. It's like the internet just took over everybody mind, even me. I spend a lot of my time at work on my phone, just watching my phone, especially when it's bored. But yeah, like them old games that we used to play when we was growing up. These kids don't know nothing about that stuff. Them games used to be fun. Shit, I remember double dutch and all of that. Like what was that? Freeze tag, um, stuff like that. Green light, hide and seek. Yeah, you don't really see a lot of that stuff no more. I mean, we made up games sometimes. We used to make dirt pies and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, these kids don't experience stuff like that hands on and knowing how to basically interact with each other without these phones and computers and tablets, laptops, and all of this kind of stuff. These kids didn't experience that. Our fun and doing something was going outside, making something up, or playing the games that we play. Hot butter bean, come and get your supper. Oh man, like stuff like that. That was our fun. That was our internet back in the day. But yeah, it was like the hood games, the hood stuff. different times, you know. Even at like don't you know how like you be having like a family reunion, you go there and some of us older people will pull out like the old games. So, you know, we bring out the old stuff, volleyball, um, might have like the badminton, stuff like that, and the kids be like, we is not interested in that. Maybe the most of the little kids might play, but like about 14 and stuff like that, they is not interested in that mess. But again, that was our fun back in the day. You know, that was definitely our go tos that, you know, kept us insane, kept us together. You know, these days a lot of these kids gotta be going to school worrying about if they gonna make it home. You know, some of these children be stressed out and it's real. Like, you know, you can't even go to your party these days no more. Oh yeah, and I remember like the little dollar parties we used to have in the hood, like little parties, and you pay $1 to get in, and all of that stuff. They might have a DJ or just listen to the radio, depending on what kind of monies they had those snacks and stuff. But that was our fun, you know, back in the day. And it's scary these days. It's like you don't even want to let your child go to a sleepover because you scared something might happen to your child. You know, a friend might do something to your child. It's these times it's just scary. Ain't no more fun no more. Ain't no more live no more. Ain't no more none of that. You know, even with the adults, like you know, you might want to be going to the club, but then you like, nah, I don't know, man. You go out, get into a fight, everybody must be unalived or somebody gotta go and all of that stuff. You know, back in the day, people would shake hands and just keep it moving. You know, nowadays they gonna wanna go to the trunk of the car and do something strange to you for no reason. Like it's just times is just very different. It's a lot of hate going on for no reason, you know. But life is life, and you know, I guess like people be saying, these are the ending times of the world, which it might be. Don't nobody know but God. But yeah, try to live your life to the fullest. Try to live. Try to do what makes you happy. You know, don't live for nobody else. Live for yourself. 'Cause that's all that count at this point. You, you is what matter. But yeah, we used to have good times back in the days, and sorry we not gonna see those days again. We is definitely not gonna see those days again, especially with this crazy president. It's like everything is about to change, change, change. You know, I don't know what we're gonna do with him. Only thing we can try to do, he's just getting overboard. He's a whole nother subject with a predicate. Like this man has lost his mind. He firing people. I think also too. I think what's his name? The Tesla guy thing. But I think he basically, I don't want to say this, but it seems like he basically bought the country. Well, bought America. That's what it seems like to me. Because it seems like right now he the one that's running stuff and telling Trump what to do. Like he is Trump manager or something, and he's listening and he's doing what he's telling him to do. It's just not making sense to me. I don't even know what he's doing up in the Oval Office. not even a politician. That's why I believe he paid us off. He sold us. She we the new immigrants now, I guess. But these days is just very different. Everybody just be careful. Keep your head on the swizzle. Cause it's going down. It's going down, down. Yeah, man. What else? I wanna. Do I wanna present something? It's and you know what too? You know what's going on? A lot of these women that's dealing with these jail guys, what they call them, jail prison wives and all of this stuff. People is really doing this. This is a thing. This is a real thing now. You know, and these guys is coming home unaliving them. But then again, you can go there. Like two ladies just did uh what is it called? Conjugal visits. And both of them wind up unalived. One after another. A week of yeah. Just out of control. Like where they do this at? I didn't even know that they still do conjugal visits, but I heard that they only do them in 4 states now. You know, and one lady, she basically recorded her overnight visit with her husband that she married while he's in jail. I mean, I just don't even understand you marrying somebody that got life. You marrying somebody that got 20 years for unaliving somebody. And I guess you thinking just because you his wife that it ain't gonna happen to you. It's happening. It's happening. It's getting out of control too. I think they're gonna wind up stopping the whole thing because two women within 2 weeks got unalive for doing conjugal visits. I'm about to show you on the film. One of them was kind of really made the news, like kind of like national, but the other one is like it's quiet. It's like it didn't ever happen. But yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing now, and these women really believe that this is okay. They are really thinking it's okay. Yeah, they really and it's just getting out of control. Um, yeah, this is happening. This is like I said, this is the thing. Like I came all the way to visit you, and you just gonna unalive me? Like, hmm. They gonna wind up stopping this stuff. This is just
Following the deaths of two women killed while
really getting out
visiting
of
their
control.
significant others at Mule Creek.
See, it's two of them. Um, only
Following the
one
deaths of
really
two
made
women.
but here's a clipping that's saying two. Is this happened like within 2 weeks of each other? One happened and another one happened right behind it. Like this is stuff that's like, ah, Lord.
Following the deaths of two women killed while significant others at Mule Creek Prison, a spotlight is now on the controversial practice of conjugal visits for
And one
inmates.
lady,
The
she was
visits have been
66.
temporarily restricted in nearly a dozen prisons.
Your reporter Madison Keefe joins us live in studio with the latest on this. ongoing story. Madison.
Two strangers here, Stephanie, their families connecting over their losses and.
Oh, wait, so both of them happened in that same prison? Oh, wow. Yeah, they gonna shut that down. Ain't nobody getting no more conjugal visits. I mean, my whole thing is a lot of times when these people get locked up for unaliving people or they get a whole lot of time, I believe that they should give them like some therapy while they in there, some mental health treatment because just locking people away that works on your mental by itself. So I believe that they should just while they in there make them seek a mental health therapy, like because even if they do come home after 20 years, it's going to be hard to adapt back to life after 20 whole years. Like that's a long time. That's like a soldier got shell shock, PTSD. Everybody can't handle jail. Everybody is not fit for jail. But yeah, I think that what they should do. Hey, boo. Hey, I think they should give them like some mental health therapy. Two women in the same prison. This shouldn't have happened.
Their shared new focus for institutional changes through CDCR and California prisons.
Outraged.
Rio!
I am outraged. I am sick to my
Hey,
stomach.
A family member's response when she found out that her cousin, Tanya Thomas, is not the only person in the last year who died of strangulation during a conjugal visit at Mule Creek Prison.
This just happened to Tanya in July. Why did this happen to Stephanie?
Tanya's autopsy report reviewed by CBS 13. The report shows she was killed on the last day of a 4-day visit at the prison with her husband, Anthony Deshawn Curry.
And my whole thing is, why are we marrying guys that's in prison? All of these dating apps out here, all of these, like, what I'm saying? Or just let it happen naturally. Whereas though you meet a guy and, wherever you meet him, you can meet him at the mall, meet him, however, you know what I'm saying? All of these places that you can meet a person, why is jail? That's what I'm saying. This stuff right here, this is the new hip thing. They got a whole channel about prison wives. Just a whole, you know what I'm saying? And people is really doing this and encouraging other women to do it also. Documenting her whole situation, how she got married to the guy in jail. Matter of fact, last week, a guy just proposed to his girl on a tablet, proposed to her while he was incarcerated. Like, make this stuff make sense. The family was, watching him on the tablet, and he got on his knee, and the mother gave the lady the ring. Wow, sex going wrong. Sweatcoat is the mess. This is the thing. This is what the women are doing now. I'm not understanding. I'm just like really kind of confused of who would want to be. I mean, if you already married when y'all home and your husband go to jail, that's different. But you marrying these people while they in jail. They even got they got phones and all of that stuff in jail. So these guys they be on TikTok talking about they looking for a wife and all of this stuff. On TikTok now, they looking for wives and all of them. It was like 6 of them. They all in the cell and like they taking turns talking to different women on TikTok live, and you will not believe how many women be tapping into this stuff. And I'm like, what they paying them? What is really going on? My whole thing is, the next thing she gonna be locked up for sneaking contraband because that's your husband, and he gonna feel as though that you are obligated to sneak him some stuff up in there. Y'all already know how niggas get there. Tell you all them sweet nothings and everything that you would like to hear. And this, that, and the third. A lot of times that's jail talk. Lonely ass women, yes. Looking for someone to do things for them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, that's basically what it is. Oh, we married now, so I'm gonna need you to bring this weed up in here. I'm gonna need you to bring this weed up in here. Just listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna need you to bring this phone. You gotta stick it in your booty hole. However, get it up in here. Drugs, all of that. Like, what is really going on? Are we that desperate? I don't know. Like, are we that desperate? She go get a BBL at that point. Like, go get a BBL, bitch. Like, come on now. We cannot be that desperate. We out here marrying prison guys. And the shit is called Prison Wives. I'm telling y'all. I'm going to look it up in the free shakes. But it's called Prison Wives. And it's a thing. This is what the world is coming to. And then you going over to the jail and you going to unalive me. What? This is crazy. I think these women think that they have controlled these men because they are in jail. And not even only that, I wouldn't even want a whole nigga that's in jail, especially if you got 20 years. You either hit a nigga or a nigga hit you. That's just the way I think and feel about it. That's a long time to just keep on jacking off. At some point, you gonna want some booty. Something. Some head. Something. You're going to want something eventually. But yeah, this is the new thing now, y'all.
10 hours after she was last seen alive by a correctional officer, Curry called to report she was having a medical emergency. He is now charged with her murder.
So she was in there for 10 hours on a conjugal visit? Like, how? What the hell? Wait a minute. 10 hours. Who gets a visit that day going on? But I know the one girl, she documented her staying the whole weekend, y'all. She stayed the weekend. Man, y'all gonna be like, they losing their mind. Yes, at the same prison. The same prison. Yes, Creole.
Murder.
Why are you allowing someone from the outside to come in with him for how many days unsupervised?
Either somebody is not adhering to the policies that exist, or individuals are failing, miserably failing in their jobs to protect the visitors that come into that institution.
We took these cases to prisoner rights attorney Charles Carbone. He explained these families are up against a likely lengthy and arduous task.
So I would like to see the Inspector General of the state of California get involved. I'd like to see the California Department of Justice get involved, and maybe even the United States Department of Justice get involved to do the type of necessary investigation that's warranted here.
Yes.
As of last week, family visits were canceled for inmates designated in the enhanced outpatient program, or for those who have safety concerns living in general population at Mule Creek Prison. And that change comes amid news of both of these deaths that are still under investigation.
Wow. Well, you knew something would have to be done in order for them to look into this, because two so close to each other too.
Yeah, now those families teaming up with the same goal for answers.
That's ridiculous. My whole thing is, who is allowing this? Well, I'm quite sure they really gonna stop it. It's gonna be it for that. Like, ain't no more visits. It's gonna be crazy if nobody can't get a visit. You know, because this remind me of just like, remember how they had the you can, like, you know, if somebody in immediate family pass away, they would let the inmates go to the pay their respects and all of that stuff, and then after that, a lot of people was running away and not coming back. So now they stopped that. But now they about to stop this. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, just because you married, you can still have a regular visit. You letting these people stay for the weekend. The weekend with somebody that you married on live. I mean online. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. It's weird, but like I said, they're gonna shut that down. Yeah. Yeah, but it's like I said, it's a thing now, and it's just so sad. Like I wouldn't even trust these people. I definitely would not trust them. I would be like, hell no, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I'll go and visit you, but I'm not going there to be staying all up in there in the jail, like you comfortable. But I'm trying to find the one because they had like a whole little apartment set up for them and all of that, and she bought food. She had all kinds of stuff up in there. Yes, indeedy. I was like, what the hell? She was for real. And she was talking about how people was shaming her and saying all these bad comments on her live on her video commenting and she was like she don't really care. I'm about to show y'all this is kind of what it looks like. Give me 1 second. But it's set up like a there was
Looks like allergy season is back.
live too.
Complete with its kitchen.
Well, they got it set up like a little apartment, y'all. It looks like a nice little apartment. It's nice, like a little what do you call it, like an efficiency. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, I'm not laughing at the situation, but I'm laughing because what did they expect that was, I mean, like at the end of the day, some people just don't be rehabilitated. And like I said, they locking these people up, but you're not giving them no help. So my whole thing is just locking them up is not really helping them. It's not really rehabilitating them if they ain't getting no help. They need like help mentally. Being locked up is and that's another thing. Who knows what be on these prisoners' minds? You know, because at the end of the day, your wife still got to go back out. She can't stay there forever. And you know how some of these allegedly men be thinking, oh, if I can't have her, nobody can. I don't know what she doing out there and this, that, and the third and all of this stuff. Some guys have trust issues. Like, you know, this is crazy. But this is how the setup is, y'all. It's really nice.
Area. In this area here is typical of a living room setting, and the inmates and their family members or visitors who are attending the private family visiting have essentially all the comforts of being at home, complete with its kitchen. The inmates and their families, when they're here, are responsible for preparing all of their meals and looking after the cleanliness and care of the facility while they're using it.
I mean, they talk about conjugal visits on TV. It even makes its way into Seinfeld.
People may not realize that, for example, if an inmate has a child with his partner, that child can also accompany, as long as there's no risk areas to the child, with the mother into the facility. So
there's a variety of toys and various things to keep the children occupied while they're here, again, to simulate all the comforts that they would have at home while they are away from home visiting their family members.
The vast majority of our offenders return.
So this is why I see why they get married. Because you can get visits, you can get overnight stays, you can bring the whole family, bring the kids. Why not? Let's just have a weekend at the prison. Yo, you can't make this shit up. We have a weekend at the prison. This is something else. Hold on, yeah. Make sure you pack your toothbrush. Don't forget that.
To communities. And our main objective is to correct the behavior that brought them in here and to provide an atmosphere and an environment that's going to be conducive for rehabilitation as law.
Did she say their main objective is to correct the behavior that got them in there? How is that correcting the behavior by, let them just have conjugal visits, overnight stays, put them in the luxury apartment on the base of the prison? like make it make sense. When I visited the prison on Rikers Island, it was rough. Girl, did you stay the night? Did you have an overnight stay? Girl.
Abiding citizens. Part of that program is continued contact with family and maintaining the relationship with the people in the community that most likely are going to be supporting them once they're released. So maintaining those relationships and building upon them. And so when it comes time for discretionary release, such as a day parole or a full parole, that they've had that period of time to maintain their relationship with those family members.
Hell no. Y'all, this is a real thing. This is a real thing. She said, hell no, I'm a family member. But I'm saying, who? I'm trying to get the words that I'm looking for. What made them start this? What in the jail made them even? Who idea this was? Like, for real? Who idea that was? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, if you locking somebody away because they didn't kill somebody, I mean, even unalive somebody, but they even unalive the prisoners, and they fight each other. Like, what makes you think something like this was not going to happen? And this is why it's only allowed in 4 states now, because situations like this happen. And now, they said that lady was with him for 11 hours or 10 hours or something like that. That's a long time for a visit. I mean, like, the hours. So at the end of the day, I mean, just hit it and quit it. It's time to go. All of them hours, like, she shouldn't even been there. And then they was basically unsupervised. And just like the lady said, that shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. Because nobody is overseeing what's going on. I understand you ain't got to be peeking in there like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a predator or watching them or something like that. But every now and then, you go and knock on the door or go open the door and see what the heck is going on. Don't let these people feel like they is free. You still in jail. You still in prison. That's crazy. You just gonna let them just have fun and just let them be. Nothing to supervise. I just don't understand. Yeah, but it's a whole show. But it's also these ladies on Facebook and stuff talking about it. For real, like, like it's okay. Then the one guy, when he came home, he underlapped this girl. So I mean, it's still like it's a dangerous thing. It's dangerous. This is very dangerous. And us as women, we have to be more smarter about who we dating. You have to know who you dating. I have never been inside of jail or prison and don't wish to ever. In New York, they are also women. In New York, they are so into inmates' rights. Me either. It was not on my bucket. What gonna be funny? She gonna say it was not on my bucket list. Yeah, but this thing is going on, y'all, and it's getting more and more popular. And these women is basically the ones that's getting hurt or unalive, and the family just got to deal with it. One of the ladies, her people, I think it was the first lady. Her people didn't even know until they called. Like, she was gone for a minute. And they called like, well, where is, my mom at? Like, what the hell is going on? So I guess that's when they checked, and when they went in there and checked, she was unalive. So that's another thing. Like, you can't leave these people unsupervised, regardless if that's their wife or not. You gotta still remember you married them in jail. So you really, even though y'all talked on the phone, probably FaceTime and stuff like that, you still don't have a pretty good relationship with this person. Because just talking on the phone and, you know what I'm saying, y'all haven't been intimate, y'all haven't went out, y'all haven't basically, touched and all of this stuff or did anything, only phone and FaceTime. That's not enough. You still don't know that person. People can be who they want to be on over the phone. But when you finally see that person, then you get to know what they is, how they move, how they walk, you know what I'm saying? What makes them upset. You know what I'm saying? Like you become more physical attractive to them. You cannot be attracted just by phone stuff. Because you still haven't seen that person. You still and that's why I believe that these people still need help, regardless. They just need some help. It's crazy. And it's sad to say, but yes, please hit the like. Please hit the like, y'all. But yeah, that was something that just wowed me. That was like I was like, and then it happened like twice, right back to back. Like, somebody, you should be happy somebody coming to see you. You gonna unalive them. That's when you know you sick in your head. Somebody came all the way from wherever they came from to come and visit you in the prison, and you gonna just unalive me? Man, make it make sense. Only somebody that would do that is somebody that have some mental health issues. This ain't no regular stuff. People would be like happy to have some companionship while you locked up. worship the ground you walk on. But no, you want to unalive me? Like, what? That's why I said they need to start basically talking about the trying to help these people and all of this stuff. Help them for real. Help them for real, for real. Because basically, the help that they talking about, it's not, no. Helping somebody by letting them have some visitors, that's not help. They, man, it's just a lot. I think this is the girl. Hold up, let me see. I'm about to see. Can I find it real quick? Yeah, but they is really doing this again. Murray in jail. I couldn't believe it, y'all. Like it just really, it blew my mind. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to find it. I want to show y'all that weekend one because that one took me over the top. That one took me over the top, baby. She had all of this food. God, she was dead serious too, baby. I was like, I know you fucking lying. Oh shit. I'm trying to tell you. They make up some crazy stuff. Oh man, I can't even send it. Oh, let me see. I might send it to me. Y'all gonna be tripping. She had chicken, steak. Oh my. I was like, wait a minute. Cause it blew my mind. I didn't even know they had a stove and stuff in there. Mind you, these are inmates. So you got them around silverware. They had, did you see in the place that I just showed y'all? They had like a knife set and all that. Like it was popping. Like, yeah, let's get it. I was like, I know this can't be real. But obviously it is. Obviously it is. I was taken back. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, baby. Shit. Who wouldn't mind going to jail? Who wouldn't mind, being married and get some conjugal visits? And I think they just be doing it just to do it. A lot of these, I don't know, y'all. It's just hard to say, basically, what really is, because we don't know if they marrying these people for real love or just using these people. So that'll be my thing, because I'll be skeptical. Like, did you trying to use me? Just like how a lot of the people be doing it, the green card situation. They be looking for wives to get green cards and all of this stuff. I ain't doing none of that. No, sir. Not me. I ain't getting caught up in that mess. Heck, didn't know. Alright, let's see.
Come with me to go.
Alright, let's get it up here. I did my share of visiting. I visited upstate New York and Minnesota. It's a game to them. Yeah, I'm thinking so. I think so. I think they trying to see how far can they go. How far is they gonna allow me to take this? All right, y'all. I'm about to upload this. Yeah, but it's just crazy. It was just crazy to me, man. I was like, I know this is not real, but obviously it is. It's a thing. It's a goddamn thing. All right, I think it should be right shared.
Go stay with my husband in prison for the weekend.
So this is me preparing for our first
It ain't gonna let me play it. Let me see. Oh, it's up there. It's up there. Okay. But I don't see it on my other screen. So this is the stuff that she prepared
Come with me to go
to take with her to go see the husband on the visit. Real fool, honey.
stay with my husband in prison for the weekend.
So this is me preparing for our first extended family visit here in Washington. As you can see, I brought way too much food for this weekend. Here in Washington, we get 48 hours if you qualify for the program. This was my very first one. So I was figuring it out. Made sure I brought lots of seasoning.
They got the seasonings and all that.
Lots of food, stuff for breakfast, lots of
All
snacks.
that. Like she is
Always
prepared.
want to try to bring things that he doesn't necessarily get to eat on a regular. And everything was cooked homemade. Lots of good stuff here. Lots of fresh fruits. Cotton candy grapes. Can't go wrong. And then, of course, our meat. Some Yorks. A lot of it we didn't even eat. Lesson learned for the next one. This overview of everything before we pack it. Chicken strips, lunches. I made peach cobblers. So there's that. His cheesecakes that he didn't even get to eat. Fresh pineapple. And that was a tote. That's what how I store all of our dry stuff. This is the car. 2 coolers, personal bag, water. Those are my all the dry food and all.
And she is definitely dead serious. This is not made up, y'all. This is for real. This is for real. All of that food for the weekend. Cereals, all kinds of stuff. Like, you can't make this up. You can't make it up.
All the necessary things for my road trip across the states. So, pack the car up. And then here we are driving onto the prison campus. And coming up here, you'll get to see where I stayed with my husband. No, we don't stay in their cells with them. We get a private 2-bedroom duplex with a fenced-in yard.
And out of who cost? Who is paying for this stuff? For them to even be doing this? Just for an eggplant. the one thing that I don't know. The thing is, the women do all the work. Basically, all the work. They'll say just for egg. And you don't even know if it's some good eggplant or some bad eggplant, or you don't even know. So you taking the chance. Period. You just taking the chance. Then what if it ain't what you wanted? What if it ain't what you was looking for? Because mind you, you only talked on the phone and FaceTime these people. You never had a chance to like be face to face with them. So what if he catfish you? Now what if he catfish you? Because at the end of the day, you could have been talking to his homeboy or something, and then turns around when you come and do the actual visit. Or if the eggplant was in the that too, that's what I'm saying. This is some creepy, scary stuff. This is very scary. This is taking a chance on your life. This is certain things you just don't do. Certain things you just do not do. Like, come on, ladies. We gotta do better. Gotta do better.
The barbecue grill, we didn't use the grill though. So if you go straight up here,
They give them a grill,
you
dude.
can see this building
That we
on the
didn't
right
use
hand
the grill.
side. I'm going to turn in the parking lot right in front of it. And you will see
This is dangerous.
what the duplex look like. And that's what they look like. We stay right there, number 2.
That's nice. But why is this even a thing? Why is this even happening? But yeah, y'all know I be finding some interesting stuff sometimes. I ain't even know I was going to even talk about that, because I could have just made that a topic on my title. But yeah, this was gonna be an open live, but I just had to bring some stuff to your attention, because this stuff is going on in real life, and some of these women is getting unalived. Like, just you going to go see your allegedly husband in prison, and you just don't make it home. So yeah, this is the new thing, y'all. This is what they doing now. She had steaks, asparagus, all kinds of sauces, seasonings. She came prepared. You heard me. I know you fucking lying. You can't make this stuff up. Only on the internet. But this is what's happening these days. But yeah, you guys, I'm about to get up out of here. Thank you for tuning in. Anybody have something else they want to say before we get out of here? But yes, I don't know if I'm gonna bring more about that situation about the two women that was unalive. I don't know. It's just a lot that I have to talk about. She said to herself, I want a jailhouse. And I'm going to go get it. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. But I just don't understand how vulnerable or how desperate in need. She never showed her face. I'm going to see what she looked like. And then a lot of these women that be doing this is not bad looking. That's why I'm not understanding why you sleeping yourself this low for somebody that's doing hard time to marry them and trying to be with them, like be with them. Like, he ain't got a job. You already know that. And depending on what he did, he probably don't even be able to get a job when he eventually come home. So you gonna be sitting home for 20 years waiting on this man struggling. Ain't nobody helping you pay no bills. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But they do have a show about this, so I'm thinking that but some of these women is doing this on their own. It's not even going on the show, but it's a show on LMN in reference to this the same thing called Prison Wives. So I'm believing that they probably get paid because they on the television show. But you got these other women that's just doing it to just be doing it, and they not even on the show. And they get a lot of backlash from it. So my whole thing is, why you mad for? You put it on social media, so you already know people going to critique it and say good stuff, bad stuff, however. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try to get that proposal one, because that was wild too. That one was wild too. He proposed on the tablet, and she was like, "Oh my god," like, yes. I was like, what is happening here? She was so excited, like, I was like, oh, and the mother put the ring on her finger for him because he couldn't do it. And then what he did was, because at first I didn't know he was locked up until I basically, you know what I'm saying, did a little bit of homework, and you know what I'm saying. But what he did was he put a sheet in his background, so you couldn't really see his background, so it didn't look like he was locked up, and he was in front of the sheet, and the phone or the laptop or whatever he had, tablet, was right there, and he watching the film, and she was taking pictures. Now this was crazy. She was taking pictures with the tablet, with the family, and him on the tablet. And I was like, you know, now that's mental health. That's mental health in the finest. You literally holding the tablet up with him on there, and they decorated it so pretty. It was so nice. They had the little candles on the floor, and she was walking through and all of that stuff. And then when she came up, he was on the tablet in prison and on one knee. And she was like, oh, like, oh my God. I was like, yo, this is about the dumbest stuff that I ever seen. I never seen nothing like that. I have never, out of my whole 45 of the years that I've been on this planet, seen nothing like that. And she was so excited, and they was hugging her, giving her hugs. Hey baby. I was out and about. I know that's right, just checking in. But they were so excited for her and hugging her, and he even took pictures with the babies, with the kids, on the tablet while he in prison, and she's showing her ring and all of that. Y'all, it was a hot mess. And then that's mental health. That something was definitely wrong with that. I ain't like it. But it was just different for me. I ain't never seen nothing like that. But that was wild. But like I said, this is the new thing for some of these women. This is what they doing. They don't care how many years you got. They still want to get married. They want to get their eggplant. They ride to the jail to do conjugal visits. Bring the food, the dinner, the steaks, the lobsters, the roses, and all of this stuff. And I wonder, they have to get checked for sure. But the one lady, she documented the whole thing, and I don't understand how she had her phone, whereas though she can document it, she was recording the whole time. Man. Whew, unbelievable. But yeah, it's some wild stuff going on out here. But I don't know. But I mean, that was just over the top. Ain't no way. I ain't gonna be able to do it. But yeah, thank you so much, y'all, for coming through. Make sure y'all hit the like buttons for me. Subscribe if you already haven't.